What's going on, everybody? Guys, we are back with an update to a story I did. If you guys remember this story, I'm laughing because it's funny. It is funny. This guy was married to a woman. She cheated on him with her baseball coach or softball coach or something crazy like that. And he divorced her. He did what he was supposed to do. He divorced her, but she started stalking him, guys. She was showing up at his apartment. The funny thing is she climbed onto this guy's balcony and tried to break into his home, and she fell and broke some body parts or something. She broke her hip or her knee, something. And this guy was in there with his girlfriend, and they saw it all. They came out there laughing at her, and this girl, and he had a restraining order on her. So I don't know why she didn't go to jail after she got healed up. But anyway, he's back. He has an update saying that she's talking trash about him. You know, she's lying about him, saying that he was the cause of their divorce. And I guess no one knows that she cheated on him. Like, that's messed up. Guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to play the story first. The story is hilarious. It's funny. It's a good story. It's a good story. I think he talks about his other wife too. He had been married before, or he has a baby mother or something. Yeah, he's been married once, and he does have a child with another woman, and it's a really good story. I'll play that first, but if you want to go straight to the update, me giving you this quick explanation of what the story was about was enough for you, and you want to go to part two, go down to the description, click part two. It'll take you straight to what I'm about to read right now. Let's get into it. One of the neighbors said he saw her fall. She was climbing up, trying to get onto my balcony, and slipped and fell down. Ex-wife tried to break into my apartment and fell off of my balcony. Ooh, ouch. Ouch. Hello, True Story. Hope all is well with you. I'd like to share my story about the BS my ex-wife put me through and the karma that hit her. When she discovered I had moved on to another woman after our divorce, she did everything to try to win me back. It didn't work, but her last efforts left me speechless. I had no idea this was going on and was alerted when I started to hear sirens in my complex. I went outside and my ex-wife was face planted on the ground crying with a box of cookies scattered everywhere. My ex-wife started to lose her mind when she turned 38. We never had children, and she'd cry often, saying she was a poor wife because she couldn't give me children. It was declared 2 years into our marriage she couldn't produce. We'd been married for 10 years when I discovered her affair. Funny thing is, she called it a midlife crisis and said she should have been forgiven. What a joke, huh? True story. I've listened to a lot of your stories, and it's insane how these women make excuses for their betrayal. It's never their faults. They never own up to anything. So I met my wife when we were both 28 years old. My daughter, 10 years old, enjoyed rollerblading and skateboarding, so I'd take her to a skate park often. My daughter is a really good skater and still does it today. I ran to the car to grab our water, and when I came back to my daughter, my ex-wife Marissa was talking to her, asking how'd she get so good. Marissa was walking on the lap pavement path, but stopped to talk to my daughter. When I got over there, my daughter pointed at me and said, "My daddy taught me since I was little." I extended my hand and introduced myself. Marissa had the biggest smile on her face, and we continued to talk as my daughter started showing off her tricks to impress Marissa. Marissa gave me her number and continued her walk, and my daughter and I took off as well. I remember this day so vividly because this is the day my daughter's mother tracked me down along with the police, saying that I had my daughter too long, and I did it on purpose because I knew she needed to take our daughter somewhere. I admitted I completely lost track of time. My daughter's mother was asking my daughter what took so long, and my daughter said I wanted to show daddy's friend my tricks. Lauren, my daughter's mom, got ticked off. You brought a bee around my child? You will never see her again. The officer that showed up was ticked off and threatened to arrest Lauren because she made it as if our daughter was kidnapped. This cop was angry, which is why I understand why he didn't arrest her when he had reason to. Anyway, Lauren wasn't lying. She did everything in her power to keep my daughter away from me, even convincing my baby to say no if she wanted to be with me. I could only see her at the house and play with her in the backyard at Lauren's house during spring and summer months specifically, because any other season was too cold. So my daughter inherited a bone condition from her mother. It's mild, worse than her mother. From a young age, we wanted to keep her active and getting as much vitamin D as possible. My daughter today is determined not to allow her condition to rule her. She thrives, man. She currently lives in Phoenix, Arizona. She just doesn't do well in colder climates. But she's active every single day and has a YouTube channel as well. Recently received a play button and does very well for herself. But for a long time, I wasn't able to take my daughter anywhere alone. It truly sucked. Marissa and I talked that same night. Lauren flipped out on me. Man, I really attract the crazies, huh? Anyway, Marissa didn't come off crazy at all to me. We hit it off great, and when Lauren found out that I was seriously dating Marissa, Lauren tried to stop me from ever seeing our daughter. Marissa helped me get a lawyer at the time. I was able to see my daughter without anyone hovering over us, and I could take her wherever I wanted. That didn't stop Lauren from putting tracking devices on my daughter and popping up randomly to arcades and things of that nature. Once before, Lauren and Marissa were close to throwing blows when Lauren saw the engagement ring on Marissa's finger. Lauren was always ticked off at me because I never wanted to marry her. I caught Marissa writing a love letter to her ex when she was pregnant with our daughter, saying she wished it was his because she knew he'd be more financially stable in life. That guy went on to become a lawyer. Lauren begged me to stay, and I'll admit, I pretended until the baby came because I didn't want to cause any stress. Once we determined that my daughter was mine, my parents made sure we got child support set up, and Lauren was ticked off because she claimed she loved me and wanted a family. She didn't want to be a ghetto baby mama. I told her, well, don't be ghetto. But being a baby mama is something you can't prevent now. Marissa and I dated for a good year and a half before I proposed, and we married when we both were 30. My daughter did attend, under one condition, if Lauren could come. I just knew Lauren would cause trouble, so we had people on lookout. She never caused trouble, but she definitely cried like a baby. At the wedding and the reception, I'm sure they weren't tears of joy. 2 years into my marriage with Marissa, we discovered that she couldn't carry on her own. She'd need to take a lot of medication and have a nurse come by often and make several doctor trips, aka it'll be expensive. So we decided that we won't have children together. I was okay with that already, having a child. Marissa seemed okay with it until late in our 30s, where she'd randomly cry about being a poor wife and not being able to have kids. It was often. It got to the point where she went to therapy, and it seemed to really help. We, me, Marissa, and the therapist, thought it would be great if Marissa picked up hobbies, and she did. Softball. And the head coach was a man named Angel. He legally changed his name and was supposed to be gay. Obviously he was bi because he and Marissa had an affair. His husband never left him. So Marissa going to practice and having their games on the weekends, I attended initially, but she started telling me I didn't need to come if I was going to make a big deal out of stupid stuff. So one game, Marissa got a home run, and when she got to the dugout, everyone was high-fiving her. And here comes Angel with a big smack on Marissa's butt. I yelled out, "Hey dude, watch your hands." It got quiet and awkward, and Marissa was upset about it on the ride home, saying I was embarrassing and he's like one of the girls, so I have nothing to worry about. That clearly was a lie. I have met Angel's husband, but still, I didn't care if he was gay or not. That's inappropriate, and his husband agreed. I went to their next game, but after Marissa rode with a friend, and when she finally got home, she told me I did not need to come because she could tell I was bored, calling out how sometimes I'd be on my phone. So I told her I wouldn't come then. I started to grow suspicious and I got gut feelings whenever Marissa was away. I just knew it. So I did the worst and decided to snoop through her phone. I knew her password after watching her put it in recently. We'd never went through each other's phones ever. I was terrified that I'd actually find something, and I did. The worst. I found a video of Marissa giving fellatio to her coach. It was a clip in her text thread with him. This fat pig recorded her. Who knows what other videos he held on that phone. I sent that video to myself along with other screenshots. The coach wanted to bring my wife into his bedroom with him and his husband, but he was afraid his husband would get upset and leave him for asking. Marissa talked about how she loved me, but she just wasn't in love with me anymore, and told Angel that I was boring. Angel told her, "Yeah, I can tell. I can't believe he's never wanted to do you in public. Maybe he's the gay one, LOL. These two were just in this thread making fun of me. I was determined to expose this coach, and I 100% was divorcing my wife. Even though Marissa and I had a sex life, our bedroom action dwindled significantly. We still got it in and never used protection. So the first thing I did was visit my doctor and got blood work done. I was clean. While waiting, I filed for divorce and exposed the coach to the city of Perkins adult softball league. Got in touch with the proper department. My lawyer handled most of it, and the coach was fired. He wrote me a long letter apologizing and said his husband forgave him, and I should forgive Marissa. He doesn't want to be responsible for causing a divorce between us, and said they both had been drinking, and it only happened one time. In the letter, this man got all religious, saying why I shouldn't divorce my wife and how it's wrong. I ended up tossing that letter and continued with the divorce. Marissa begged me as well, saying she's so embarrassed and can't believe she's done this to the love of her life. She never wants to divorce me and swears she'll spend forever making things right. She also gave me permission to sleep with whomever I wanted for an entire year. I did not take her up on that offer, and I told her to leave. She did, and said she'd give me space, and hopefully I'll realize that we are meant to be together forever. Marissa was served, and she tried everything. Letters, texts from unknown numbers, emails begging me to stop this, and even threatened offing herself. I didn't care. I wouldn't have cried even if she did. Marissa told me at the hearing that this divorce will not stop her, and she will gain my trust back. 5 months after our divorce, Marissa found out where I was living. I got an apartment, and she showed up at my door one Saturday evening. I filed a police report and got the restraining order on her that day. I had planned to move after my lease was up. That restraining order did not stop Marissa. She messaged me from random Facebook pages of actual profiles. Maybe they were her family or friends, but she'd say, "How'd you move on so fast? How long have you known that B?" It didn't say I was in a relationship on Facebook, but I was tagged in pictures with my lady friend. She'd send me old pictures of us and ask me if I remember good times we had. I blocked 3 different profiles before this breaking and entering attempt happened. So me and my lady friend spent the entire day in my apartment, putting together IKEA furniture, made love, cooked, watched a series, and never a knock on the door or heard anything unusual until later that evening. We were in bed, and all of a sudden, we heard sirens. We both ran out and saw it was a fire truck, and the truck was right in front of my building. We threw our clothes on, afraid the building was on fire, and we ran outside. I get outside, and the ambulance and firemen were attending to a woman that I momentarily learned was Marissa, face planted into the ground, and a box that had cookies in it was busted with cookies everywhere. She was alive, and when they flipped her over, I yelled out, "Marissa?" Marissa tried yelling my name. "Daniel, Daniel, help me." I looked at my lady friend, and she was holding back her laugh. I told her about how Marissa had been harassing me and popped up at the apartment. We stood out there. My lady friend pulled out her phone and recorded it. One of the neighbors said he saw her fall. She was climbing up, trying to get onto my balcony, and slipped and fell down. Marissa was crying as the workers were trying to see if she had any broken bones. She kept saying her knees. I believe she fell onto her knees, then planted into the ground. My lady friend and I laughed ourselves to sleep that night. My lady friend actually showed me a video of Marissa that she got from someone's Facebook. It looked like a birthday party at a park, and Marissa was on crutches. She really effed herself up, man. The police did arrive the night Marissa plastered into the ground. They told me she will be arrested after she is treated for her injuries. Here's the thing, though. I never heard anything of it, and I have no idea if she ever got arrested. I didn't even care to pursue it. I know I haven't heard from her since, though. My lady friend and I broke up. She decided to move to Toronto for a job offer and begged me to come. I didn't, and we decided a long-distance relationship would never work. We do still talk from time to time and remain friends. My daughter is thriving, and I spend time with her out in Phoenix when I can. Lauren is still a bitter baby mama who never found anyone to marry her. I'm so glad Angel lost his job, and I hope no one allows him to coach anywhere else. I failed to mention I did notify the local news, hoping they'd air the story mainstream, but they said he didn't do anything illegal, and it wasn't worth it. But they ended up on a Saturday morning briefly. They didn't show his picture, but shared his name. It was quick and short, and I happened to catch it. Oh well, I'm glad his fat self got fired. I never intend to get married again, just not for me. I like being single, and if I find someone I truly vibe with, we become monogamous, but I have zero desire to marry anyone else. True story. Thanks for taking the time to read my story. Hopefully it makes it on your channel. Take care. All right, part 2. True story. I just wanted to give you a quick update on my story. If you don't remember, I wrote in a story about my ex-wife, Marissa, crawling back to me after I divorced her. She actually face planted into the ground after falling off of my balcony. She was trying to break into my home. Marissa has been having some of the worst luck since our divorce. I don't know if this is karma or what. This woman went onto Facebook and made a long sad post. I have screenshots so you can read it here. And I have the screenshot pulled up. Let's check this out. All right, I'm going to read. I'm not going to say, well, you guys know her name. Her name is Marissa. That is her real name, apparently. I'm not going to say her last name, though. All right, Marissa's post. My life in a nutshell. Literally, I feel like I'm trapped inside of a nutshell. Nowhere to go, and I constantly keep tripping over myself. Since my divorce, it's been one thing after another. I was so happy, but my husband thought it'd be a good idea to flip my world upside down. I don't believe in karma. Why is he living such a great life, but I'm constantly going through bullcrap after bullcrap? I've had 2 broken bones. I lost my job. I got hired at another company and was quickly demoted after only 25 days on the job. It was either demotion or get fired. I since had 2 different credit cards compromised that interrupted my daily living. Wow. My cousin Oh, wow. She tagged someone. My cousin, I'm not going to say the last name. My cousin Luna hates my guts because I hadn't paid her back what I owe. I tried sending you screenshots of my bank account, but the app wouldn't allow. Then I took pictures and sent them to you, but you blocked me. And for some reason, I can't message you on here, but you're still my friend. So sorry, this is the only way because I can tag you. I just want everything to get better. I'm so tired and exhausted. All right. And you have people commenting. Everybody's putting hearts. Keep your head up. You will see better days. Thanks for the kind words, but I don't know. Call me. Why? I messaged you. Please respond. I just did. Your husband was such a scumbag. Wow. He'll get his just due. I hope so. Wow. She's responding. I hope so. Oh, is this you? Okay, this must be OP. Marissa, you are blaming me for our divorce. You cheated on me, remember? Oh, crap. Lies. Please grow up. Wow. Dang. Oh, dang. Marissa, you always will have a family, baby. Don't worry, okay? I love you. What the heck? Is that it? Yep. Dang. True, when I went on to her post, she ended up blocking me. If you look at the screenshots, you'll see she tried to blame our reason for divorce on me. She cheated on me. I don't know what she's told her family, but it definitely was not the truth. Funny how people would take her word for it also. It's ridiculous. True story, thanks for providing a platform for men to express themselves. I'm subscribed to both True Story and True Story Epic. Take care. Wow. Bro. Yeah, that's messed up, man. That's cold. That's not cool. You're freaking trying to defend yourself. Hey, what you talking about? We divorced because you cheated on me. What's going on here? Oh, you're such a liar. Block. And everybody's believing in it. You know what, dude? Stop. Don't even stalk her page anymore. Because it's going to trigger you, and I don't want you to be distracted. You know what I mean? Just block her on there. Block her on there. Don't get on there anymore. Focus on your money. Okay? Focus on you. Be successful. Don't even worry about it because you're not going to change anybody's mind. You could probably show them a video. They'll be like, oh, that's CGI. That's AI somehow. You didn't do that. No, we don't believe it. Not our Marissa. No, you don't. You know, they're going to always side with her, even if they do accept that. Okay, she cheated on you. Well, what did you do to make her cheat on you? You're never going to win. You're never going to win here. So, yeah, dude, let it go. Honestly, let it go, man. But I appreciate your update. Thank you. It is a very funny story. Her face planting is just freaking hilarious. Guys, if you want to send in the story, send it to truestorynation@gmail.com. Here, I'll put it on the screen. That's truestorynation@gmail.com. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.